It is beautiful today. It's chilly. It's probably early 40s or so, but it is a gorgeous, bright, sunny, lovely day. And just get back in the motorhome here for a couple of minutes. We're gonna go out in the hills and hike a little bit later, but thought I'd just get together for a little quickie this morning, right in the middle of the coronavirus issue. And remember, are you Corona fear or Corona beer? Or are you Corona clear? That's the question. All right, here we go. Let's get settled here in the old Clark the motorhome and see what's going on. Hello, welcome neighbor. This beautiful winter day. Well, actually, it's spring. As of the 19th, isn't it? The 19th of March. It's spring. But it's still chilly. But not inside Clark. Clark's tight and cozy and nice. Well, here we are in the midst of coronavirus. And I've been, dealing with it just like you have. Dealing with the consequences, what it means, what we're to do. And I've seen, as I mentioned last time on the Corona beer or Corona fear, there are these various responses ranging from, South Beach, Miami. We're going to keep spring break going. Hell with it. We're doing it. Not stopping us. We're going to spring break. Or I recently saw an issue about the store called GameStop. You've probably seen a GameStop where they sell video games. Most of their clientele are like 17 or 18, buying these $100 video games. I don't know where they get the $100, but they get it somewhere. And the GameStop headquarters emailed or connected with all of their franchise stores and says you're to disobey the government quarantine and closure. You stay open. Because no damn coronavirus is going to stop us from spring break at South Beach, Miami, or selling our games to those kids that need and want our games. And then you have all of the frightened people walking around in mouth masks, which the expert from the University of Minnesota, disease and virus expert, said doesn't help at all. You're crazy. You're fooling yourself. So there's the Corona beer and the Corona fear, and they both suffer from the same malady. You don't have to be either one. You can just be you. Try that. Just be you. And here's what has been happening to me over the weeks now. It's becoming weeks. It'll become months. First of all, what's happening to me is to realize, and this is sort of a foolish admission, maybe you're saner, more mature, more spiritual, whatever, than I. But to realize that ultimately I can't do a stupid thing about circumstances. The only thing I can do with a circumstance, if I don't like it, is run from it. And if I run from it, that doesn't help any, because I just get into another circumstance that I don't like, and I end up running all my life, running from circumstances. I'll never control any of them. Or I can suppress them. I'm not going to recognize this. That's the Corona beer. Or I can be so freaked out by them that I'm frightened to even breathe. That's the Corona fear. Wear masks and distrust every other human being on the face of the earth. The Corona fear. Or I can realize sanely that circumstances, not only can I not control them, but I don't have to either suppress, deny, or escape, or be afraid of them. I can just be me. Now, there's all kinds of ramifications from that. Just that little, there's 2 or 3 sort of basic little points of truth you come to. And for me, the first one is circumstances are what they are. You're not going to control them. You can decide to run, suppress, deny, be afraid of, be freaked out. You can do all that if you want. It's not healthy. It's not wise. It's foolish, delusional. But you're never going to change the circumstance. And it reminded me again, I mentioned this last video, of the tree in the first Psalm of the Bible's Old Testament. I don't care if you're a Bible reader or not. I don't care if you're a Christian or a Jew or a believer or agnostic or atheist or whatever you are. It doesn't matter. There's still some truth. And there's a real gem of truth in the image of the tree in the first 2 verses of Psalm 1 in the Old Testament, the first Psalm. And that tree is rooted by the rivers of water. And the beautiful thing is that that tree bears its fruit in its season. Circumstances do not affect the treeness of the tree. It is just what it is. It is a tree. And it is perfectly comfortable. We talk about people being comfortable in their own skin. We like that. It's a positive, winsome quality. People that are confident, comfortable in their own skin. That's sort of like the tree. It doesn't have to pose. It's not afraid. It doesn't escape, suppress, deny, get drunk, take drugs. It just is a tree. It is comfortable. It is what it is. That is its reality. Okay? So we've got circumstances that are beyond control. Okay. We've got the tree that isn't a victim of circumstances, doesn't run, doesn't need to, doesn't pose, doesn't show off, doesn't deny, doesn't act stupid. It just is what it is. And then we come to this whole little revelation about what is. To me, it's a little revelation. What is versus what should be or should not be. And you see that everywhere, that conflict. In the Corona beer side of it, we don't care if this is happening. It shouldn't be happening anyway. It's not going to happen to me. It shouldn't be happening. Screw it. It shouldn't be happening. I'm going to keep right on. We're going to have our parties in Florida like the spring break Florida and the South Beach of Miami are still going on. We don't care. We're going to party anyways. Or this GameStop stores where the owners, the franchise head of GameStop contacted all of their stores and said, stay open, ignore the government, don't close up. We're going to do our thing. Whereas the tree doesn't have to do any of that. No posing, no fear, no stupidity, no delusions, no what should be or what should not be. And that, that brings up a conflict that I think is common and chronic in all of us. The conflict of what is versus what should be. And when you see that, you get free a lot. I should be skinnier. I should be this. I should have been making so much money by now. This shouldn't be happening to me. All that is delusion. It's mild insanity. Because what should be or should not be doesn't exist. It's a projection of somebody's mind, your own or somebody else's. That, by the way, is one of the reasons why I think the church is so foolish. The institutional church. It's dull. It's foolish. Because it deals almost exclusively in what should be. Should be going to church. Should be reading your Bible more. should be praying more, shouldn't be going into those stores, shouldn't be watching those movies, shouldn't be smoking, shouldn't be drinking, should be nicer, should love your husband or your wife better, should not, insanity, 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 because shoulds and should nots do not exist. They are fantasies, mental projections. They're not real. What's real is what is. And when you come to that point where you can see the false and identify the false, and identify, on the other hand, the real, the is, the what is, you suddenly become freer. Not over time, suddenly. And what is that right now, what is that there is this disease process, this coronavirus going on. And the other is, what is who you or I, who you are and who I am. That's what is. Has nothing to do with what should be, what should not be, what could not be. Let the church deal in that nonsense. It's stupid. Reality is what is as the circumstance and who is as I am. Now, the only thing I have to decide is what my response is going to be. Am I going to see the foolishness, the falseness of the false, the what should be's, the what shouldn't be, the what could be, the what couldn't be, and reject them as the false and toss them? Or am I going to live under them? Am I going to continue in the insanity? Because the minute I see the false as the false and the isness of the what is, I get free of both. See, the problem with the church is it doesn't really delve into the what is of the person that comes in. The person may have a depression, an addiction, a suicidal, maybe, all kinds of things people come in with. All the church has is, oh, well, you should be this. Come to church, pray more, get in your scripture, get in the word, join a small group, all the what should be's. Here's what should be to solve your problem. Foolishness. Nonsense. The what isness of the people within the church is never addressed. It's too frightening. It's too scary. And that's why the church doesn't get anybody healed. The minute some circumstance comes along that upsets the believer, the church is powerless. All it's left with is, well, you need to read the Gospel of John more. Or you need to come to the altar again, get hands laid on you, again and again and again, never addressing the false and the true. But you can. And I can. And what I propose, what I'm doing, and you can do anything you want, you're you and I'm me, but I am observing who I am, the isness of who I am, amidst the isness of the circumstances around me. And when I recognize the false in me, the mental projections, the whining, the sniveling, the what should be, the anger, whatever it is, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And recognize what is true, what is truly me, when I see myself like that tree, that I can still bring forth fruit in my season, not according to circumstances. I can just be me and not deny the circumstances. I can respond to them sanely. I can isolate myself or not isolate myself. I can just be sane. And I get free of both the circumstance, the fear of it, or the denial of it, or the poor response to it. And I'm free of the me. I'm free of, what I should be. I'm free of that. I just am. I am who I am. Like what we often say about people that are comfortable in their own skin. That's the same idea. You are who you are. Observe who you are. Quit trying to figure out what you should be or what should or should not be happening around you. Stop. It's stupid. Recognize the false as the false and see what is the truth as the truth, and you'll instantly get freer. Thanks for being with me. We'll do this some more. Thanks for being with the Prodigal Pastor. If you want to subscribe, please do subscribe. And look for the videos. Look for the next one. I'll be back. We'll talk more. And we will be who we are no matter what. Just be who you are. All the best to you. Welcome, neighbor, and welcome the next time. All the best to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you in our next video.